Hello everyone, Sandi here. Today we are going to be doing a VR and I'm so excited because I've wanted to do this VR for so long. We are making a video response to Kyra Getchell and her tag Living in Tarot, and I hope that I remembered that correctly. In any case, when I saw this, I was like, yes, this sounds like so much fun, and I've been planning on doing this for so long now, and for some reason it just never happened, or I never got around to it. So I am late to the party as ever, but we are going to be looking at my tarot decks that I would like to live in, the worlds that they represent that I would like to live in. And I've got to tell you, I got a little bit surprised with some of my selections. Maybe you won't be surprised at all. I suppose you know my preferences by now, most of you. And well, there are some that are going to be no surprise to you whatsoever, and then there are some that you might be a bit surprised by. So let's get this party started, shall we? And I thought we would just do it randomly. At first I thought maybe I should just take all the obvious ones first, but then I thought, heck, what's the fun in that? Let's keep them on their toes. Just take it in a random order. So let's start with the first one that's just on the top of the pile, and that is this little guy. So this, my friends, is the Spun Tarot. And I chose this deck. Let's zoom in so that the cards are a big and lush for you. So this deck is this cute little, I think bridge size or poker size deck. And just it's an animal version of the Rider-Waite-Smith, and honestly, you guys, it's got the cutest animals ever in it, and I love this deck to bits. And I wouldn't mind living in this world where all of these wise animals are on my path, where I can, learn from them. They are so adorable, and most of them look so friendly, and it's just such a cute deck. And I would not mind at all being either an animal in this world and having all of these animals as my friends, or being a person in this world having these animals as my friends. So yeah, this is definitely a place I wouldn't mind living in. Next up is a deck that I'm sure is no surprise to those of you who have been with me for a while, and that is the Victorian Fairy Tarot. This deck is one of my absolute favorites. It's got these fairy tale, Victorian, laid back, kind of cutesy art style, and I would love to be a little fairy in this world, living with these fairies and living the life that they are leading, painting, sitting in trees and painting, and, maybe not freezing to death, but you know what I mean. Like lying by a pond and watching the fireflies, eating high tea in a lovely little place like this, visiting the goblin market, playing the harp for the birds. I mean, come on, this is such a cute little deck and I adore it so much. It is beautiful, gorgeous artwork, and I would love to be sitting here and talking to my bees and just chilling out, flying around with my bird pals. I mean, it's a gorgeous little deck, and this holiday here, I want it. I mean, it does exist in this world, but I don't know anybody who would dance around the maypole with me. So, anyway, this is the Victorian Fairy Tarot by Linnea Weatherstone and Gary Lippincott, and it is amazing. Next up, I chose to include the Lunar Lapin Tarot. And this deck is just basically the Rider-Waite-Smith, but with expressive and cute as heck bunnies. And I would adore living in a world where there's just a bunch of little bunnies everywhere, and I can talk to them and be with them and have fun with them. And now it's just showing me all of these tower cards and stuff, but it's just, look at this guy. Look at this guy. Would you not like to just have a fun time with this guy? And like dancing around with these three, I mean, oh, I would absolutely love being with these bunnies. They are so cute. So cute. Yes, and this Queen of Wands is just everything. Love her. So, that was the Lunar Lapin Tarot, and I would definitely live in Bunnyland if I could. So, the next deck I'm going to show you is this one, in this glorious bag made by my lovely friend Krista over at Crochet Witch Tarot. Check her shop out on Etsy. I will link it down below. It is amazing. So this is, of course, the Forest of Enchantment. I'm sure none of you are surprised by this one. I'm currently doing a deep dive series of this deck, and I would be completely remiss if I didn't include this in my VR, because come on, we have gnomes, we have wyverns, we have fairies, we have large wolves, we have huntsmen and magic mirrors and knights and witches and warlocks and giants, and it's just all the fairy tale goodness you could ever hope to have in a world. I love this deck so much. The artwork is so pretty. The forest is so lush and green, and everything is sparkly, and there's lots of birds, and there's lots of old wizened people and dancing bears. I mean, this is the card that just decides it all, isn't it? We have dancing bears, and they've even left a little space for me to join in their circle. I mean, I would be happy to just prance right into this card and grab them by the paw, and we would dance together, everyone, all of us. And here we've got the Hermit. I mean, I would also, I can see myself just sitting right there by the fire and having a little chat with him, can't you? He's just, and this could just be me. This is just me straight from my childhood. I love everything here. It's just so, I mean, I would love to meet her, have a little chat, throw some bones, whatever. This is my best friend. It's just, yes, and here we go. Here's my family. So yeah, it's I can't really say much more than this. It's just, and here we go. Here's me with my bunnies. I'm sorry, I'm just chuckling around all the way through this, I feel. It's just, I can't express enough how gorgeous and how much I love this deck, and how much I would like to live in this forest. I mean, I would definitely live in this house, but I would not be an evil witch. So Yeah. So that was the Enchanted Forest Tarot, or Forest of Enchantment Tarot. And this one is also by Linnea Weatherstone, my absolute favorite person. All right. Which one should we do next? Maybe we should go for one that's a little bit different. Let's go for this one. So, this is a deck I haven't done a walkthrough of yet, but I still want to include it in this, and that is the Golden Girls Tarot. So, you might not know this, but I love Golden Girls. This is what I strive for, I think. I would love to live together with my friends in my old age and just like experience old age, you know, in this way. They are so funny and I love all the things they get up to, and it's just, I strive to have friendship like this one day, you know. I would love to have people close by that I could just sit in the kitchen and eat cheesecake with, and I mean, yeah. It just, this deck makes me happy, the show makes me happy, and I just would not mind at all, once I'm a little bit older, to just hang out with Dorothy and Blanche and Rose, and I just... and Sophia, of course. You must not forget Sophia. Yeah. Yeah, love it, love it. Would definitely live with them if I could. So, that was the Golden Girls Tarot. Okay. Next up, I think we're going to go for this one. This one might not be a big of a surprise, but I actually am a bit surprised that I picked it for myself. But here we go. It's the Gentle Tarot by Marisa Tovar, Mari in the Sky. So I chose this deck because it is just so down to earth, so connected somehow. I would definitely, like on a more serious plane, want to live in this world where I could just connect to all of these animal energies, run around run around naked in nature and just be connected. Yeah, feel this power, you know, and talk to this emperor and gain some insight. Have the strength of the blue whale. I mean, you know, swinging naked upside down. Come on. Who wouldn't want to do this? It looks like so much fun, and just the... Do you remember doing, not naked, but doing this in the swings when you were little? Not hanging by your knees, but I remember hanging in a swing upside down and just like feeling my hair like whipping back and forth as you were swinging, and it was just the freedom of it. It was just fantastic. Yeah, I wouldn't mind living in this world. It's definitely, it seems so serene and calm, and like everything is part of a plan in the circle of life, and I don't know, in nature, away from all of the, you know, horrid day-to-day life. I don't know what I'm going for here, but you know what I mean. This feels like, I don't know, who wouldn't want to fly an eagle? I wouldn't want to be naked, but I would definitely fly an eagle. Yeah. yeah, definitely would not mind staying in this world and being part of nature in this way. The Gentle Tarot by Marisa Tova. Okay, we are... No, we're not nearing the end at all, are we? Anyway, let's go for the next one, and that is the Chrysalis Tarot. So, this one, I wasn't even actually sure that I would pick, but then I started flipping through it. I'm not very familiar with this deck yet because I haven't started working with it yet. But I still chose it because I will show you some of these pictures and tell you for why. This feels like a very colorful and magical world where we've got Pegasus unicorns, we've got pan flute playing maidens among the ferns, we've got acrobats and painting maidens, and I don't know, it's just... The color scheme in this is just so fantastic, and I love the old-timey, like, fairy tale vibe you get, and it just, I don't know, it just feels like it would be a very nice place to live, where we could learn magic and take part of something really important. I don't know, it's just... Who wouldn't want to live in a world where we've got rainbow birds? I mean, well, phoenixes. It's just... There's something about it that's just so magical and beautiful and... yeah. It's... I think it kind of, the artwork kind of speaks for itself, at least for me. It's just so dreamy. I don't know how else to say it, but dreamy is definitely the thing I'm thinking about most. So this was the Chrysalis Tarot, and I would probably want to live in this world. I feel so silly saying this so many times. Alright, next let's go for something that might be a bit of a surprise, and that is this deck that is called the Anecdotes Tarot. So this is a bit of a special deck, and this one has been trimmed by me. And at least, well, it's been trimmed twice. It was first trimmed by my friend Krista, and then she gifted this deck to me, and then I trimmed it some more because it was humongous. But this is a lovely, lovely deck based on the songs of Joanna Newsom, and the artist that's created this deck. I just love her artwork so much. I can't remember her real name now, but her Instagram handle is Clownmonger, if you want to check it out. And I would like to live in this world because it's just so folksy and weird, and I just love all of it. It's just, I mean, come on. She's dressed to match her goose, and I just love it. I love it. And it's just these people as well, and where they live and what they do is just so interesting to me. I mean, I wouldn't want to be her, you know, holding this poor bunny upside down. But who wouldn't want to be just sitting there sniffing some oranges, eh? I'm sorry, that just made me laugh. Yes, I am laughing at my own very poor jokes. But, you know, hey, I've got to be able to entertain myself, don't I? But this also just feels like such a homey place to be, sitting here, doing some embroidery, looking like, you know, the amazing crafts person that she is. wearing her own work, I bet, you know. It's just, yeah, love this artwork, love this deck, love this world that is being built here, and I would definitely take part of it and step right into this world if I could. Next up, to no surprise, we've got the Oak, Ashenthorn by Three Trees Tarot. So I'm sure this is no surprise to anyone, really. This is a fantastic little deck, and the world that is being built here is just the best. End of story. I would love to live in this forest with all of these lovely animals, the rabbits, the hares, the hawks, the foxes, the little birds, the ravens, the hedgehogs, the wolves, the deer, you know, it's the squirrels, of course, the squirrels. How could I forget the squirrels? So this deck is so magical. I love the lighting, I love the colors, I love the settings, I love the animals. It's just one of the most gorgeous decks in my collection, easily. And I can't wait to get the Oracle deck that is being worked on right now, and the new tarot deck that they're also going to be starting on very soon. I'm just so excited about it. I didn't get the dragon one, the Smoke, Ash and Embers, mostly because I don't really work with, I haven't got a single dragon deck, I don't think. No, I don't. And it's just never been something I've been too drawn to be honest. But hey, here we are with this lovely, lovely deck, and we're discussing if I want to live here or not, and I definitely do. It's just something about this artwork. It's so serene and autumny, and I don't know. I'd love to be able to just step in this forest and communicate with all of these animals, like this little owl. Come on, I love her so much. And this badger. I want all of these to be my friends. I want them all to be my friends. This magpie with the snail on his head, just the best. I want to get to my hedgehog friend. My hedgehog hermit is my favorite card in this whole deck, and I bet he's on the end because I've just recently had him out, I think. This is also a very good card. And this one. And this one. All of the court cards of the cups are suddenly here. It's funny. But yeah, love the moon card. Love the Wheel of Fortune. There we go. Here's my hermit pal. I love him. Look. So yeah, I would just... I would so want to live in this forest. Maybe I could combine all of these forests and have just one forest that I could live in. All right. Next up is a new deck in my collection, and I still haven't worked with this deck at all yet, but I still wanted to include it because I definitely know that this is a world I would like to live in. So this is the Loon Tarot, and it is such a beautiful, calm, serene looking deck. I love these muted pastel-like watercolors. I love how calm and just reasonable these people look like. They look like very reasonable and calm, cool-headed and fair and gentle and kind people. And I would love to just live in a village with all of these guys and just, well, maybe he can be the little trickster that everybody's annoyed with. So, but everybody, you know, it just feels like such a calm and reassuring and just beautiful place to be. I mean, they all look like they're meditating 15 hours a day. it just feels like, you know, you would get really deep conversations with these guys. You would be able to sit down, have a cup of tea, knit a sweater together and talk about life, and people would always have something encouraging to say. And it's just the kind of place you want to go to when everything is overwhelming, because here nothing is overwhelming. Everything is just happening in its own time. Nobody's rushing with anything. We're all just taking it easy, being chill, having some cake, you know. It's, you know, and helping each other out. I definitely would feel so happy living in a place with these people. So this was the Loon Tarot, which is available on Make Playing Cards and Game Crafter, I believe. Okay, next up is one that actually surprised me a little bit. I'm not very familiar with this deck yet, but I decided to include it because these cards just make me laugh. They make me so happy. This is the Self-Love Tarot, and honestly, I can't really tell you why I want to live in this world other than they are badass. I love these characters. They're just showing up hairy and lumpy and, you know, cuddly and chubby, just the way they are. And they are living their best life right here in this world. And I am so here for it. Am I having some secret desire to run around naked? I don't think so, but it's just something. It's just something about this deck that is confronting at the same time as it is just so forgiving, but that's not the right word. Allowing. I can't really find the word I'm looking for. It's just so... It's so in your face, and it's so against all of the things that society tells us not to be as women. And I love that. I love that they are existing in this bright, beautiful world, and going through all of these things, just being themselves. And I don't know. I also love all of these golden accents and things. And I have to say thank you so much to my friend Andy, who just decided that I needed this deck, and she gifted it to me. And I think that this deck and I are going to have a really fun time together. And I think this deck is going to teach me a lot about self-love. And that's why I wanted to include it as a deck I would like to live in. Because it's just kind of magical in its own way. And I think I need to find magic in places that might not always represent, you know, the ideals of the world. And I'm so here for it. To, you know, just cleanse my mind from the pollution of you know, societal norms. So yeah, I am in love with this deck, and I look forward to doing a walkthrough. First of all, I haven't done that yet, and I also look forward to working with it, and yeah, jumping into this world and being in it for a while. Okay, there is just one more deck, tarot deck to show you, and that is this one. And I'm pretty sure this is a deck that most of you would have anticipated, and that is the Greenwich Tarot. So this is definitely a world where I would like to live. It is so dreamy and sweet and beautiful and full of nature and animals, and just standing here with all of these mallards. I mean, yes, please. I love pretty much everything about this deck by now, and it's become a fast favorite, one that I turn to when things are difficult, and it's kind of got it all, almost all that I need in a deck. It's got animals, it's got plants, it's got magical creatures, old people, young people, children. The only thing I'm missing a little bit is a bit more body diversity and skin color, racial diversity. If this deck had those two, it would be my perfect deck, I think. Unfortunately, it doesn't really have that, so I'm still on the look for my perfect deck, but this will have to do until I do find it. And I do think that there is one deck that's in the making right now called the... Its working name is the Fairy Ring Tarot, I believe. Emily Figensuch is the artist working on it, and I'm telling you now, I think that deck is going to be like the deck for me. But so far, until then, this will have to do, and honestly, I can forgive it for its... Well, the two major things that bother me the most, I can forgive it for all of the... because it's been helping me a lot. And yeah, it is a gorgeous, gorgeous world. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Who wouldn't want to sit here playing with this ferret or whatever it is? I think it's a ferret. It's just, oh, so gorgeous. So gorgeous. And yeah, the Greenwich Tarot is just definitely such a beautiful world that I would love to be a part of. Look at that. Oh, yes. So, that was all of the tarot decks that I would like to live in. And because you know me, I couldn't help myself. I have some honorable or extra mentions because I actually have a couple of oracle decks that I would like to live in as well. So, without further ado, let's jump straight into the oracle decks. The first one being the Crystal Forests. This one is brand new in my collection. It's the second edition, and I would love to be able to just step into these forests and explore. They are so magical, so pretty, and imagine just stepping into these cards and wandering around these magical forests. It's just... oh, I'm sure most of you understand what I mean by including this one. It doesn't have anything else but these crystal-inspired forests, but I just find them so much... like this Labradorite one. Oh, so pretty. So I'm not going to spend too much time. I haven't gone through this whole deck at all yet. I still need to do a walkthrough, and I will do that as soon as I can. Next up is The Secret of Wandwood, and I'm pretty sure I don't need to explain why I want to live here, but I will show you the cards, and I just want to meet all of these characters and creatures. They are so gosh darn cute and so funny, and the creatures have such funny names, and the stories in the book is just so heartwarming and endearing, and I just want to live in this forest and meet all of these amazing magical creatures. I want to be her friend. I want to live in this tree. I want to fly on that broom next to her. It's just, yeah, such an amazing magical place, the Wandwood Forest, and it's just, I want to be here. I want to be her friend. Yeah, so this place is definitely among the top places I would like to be. Okay, and last but not least, the very final deck I'm going to show you today is the Folktales Oracle by Hannah Willow. So, kind of similarly to Wandwood, it's, and, Oak, Ashenthorn as well. It's beautiful, magical animals in a forest. I'm so predictable. And now when I think about it, basically all of my decks, so almost all of the decks that I've chosen is, magical forests. But yeah, it is what it is. Look at this. I would love to live in this forest and interact with these animals, swim with these seals, sit with this bear. Yeah. Gorgeous, gorgeous cards, gorgeous, gorgeous world, and I want to live in it. So yeah, that, my friends, was that, as we say. I have now shown you a bunch of tarot cards and 3 oracle decks with worlds and characters. Worlds I want to live with and characters I want to be friends with. And I have absolutely loved doing this tag. Thank you so much to Kyra Getchell for creating this tag. And I will link her channel down below so you can go and check her out as well. She's a beautiful person who creates videos here on YouTube, and I really enjoyed doing this VR, so thank you so much, Kyra. Okay, that's it for today, my friends. So thank you so much for tuning in and joining me on this little exploration through tarot decks that I'd like to live in. Please take care of yourselves and be well, my friends, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.